I just made my way back from the car wash with the 2000 Blazer here, and I thought today would be a good day to swap out the transfer case and encoder motor. I have a lot of other videos on the vacuum actuated portion of the four-wheel drive for this vehicle, and I'll link to those at the end of this video if you're having troubles. But my vehicle will go into four-wheel drive. It won't come out very easily. I have to get underneath and tap on this motor, so I thought today would be a good day to swap it out. Alright, first I'm going to show you what my vehicle is doing, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, so we're going to start by removing this front drive shaft. Now, some people in the forums have actually indicated that they've been able to squeeze their motor in and get the bolts in and everything without removing the drive shaft, but the instructions clearly say to remove it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm using a 3/8 inch ratchet with a 9/16 inch socket, and I just happen to have a deep on here. Okay, so there's the last bolt. Now, you're going to want to be careful because these caps can actually fall out, and you've got little needle bearings in there that can come out if those caps come off. So what I'm going to do is try to actually put some tape around those to prevent that from happening. See if I can break it loose here. Turns out the butt of this ratchet actually is a good wedge. I'm just going to wedge that in there like that. You can see it just broke loose. Alright, so again, we want to be careful not to lose these caps. Alright, now we need to pull the front drive shaft forward and out of the transfer case itself. This, incidentally, is the bottom part of the encoder motor that we're actually replacing, okay? So for this, I'm going to use a block of wood and a hammer. I'm just going to kind of tap it here and see if we can pull this out here real quick. Let me move my light. Okay, you can see it's going here. Alright, so these bolts here on the encoder motor are actually 10mm. I'm just going to use a ratchet and a short extension for this first one, but I may have to get the other two with a box end. We'll see. Keep in mind that the encoder motor is specific to your four-wheel drive type. If you have the automatic four-wheel drive, it's going to be a different encoder motor. I use the code in my glove box to match it up with the right part, okay? So, let's see here. Alright, so as you can see, I just pulled the drive shaft. So much for trying to take a shortcut here. But I think in the end it's going to be easier just to have that thing right out of the way. So that's what we did. Alright, now we can get those bolts out. Okay, I don't know if you can see it or not. The third bolt is right, let's see, right there. So let's see if I can get my camera on it for you. It's right where my middle finger is, so it's right there, okay? And we also have to pull this connector. It's got a little clip, like a tab on it. Okay, let me get this bolt out. And definitely easier without the drive shaft, so save yourself some trouble and just pull it. Alright, and the motor is loose, as you can see. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it, and we'll pull the connector when we get it out of here. Alright, let me reposition the camera here so you can actually get a good shot of it. And it looks like someone broke the clip off my connector, so I don't have to worry about it, but you don't want to break yours off. It's got a bolt here on the back. We'll need to pull that. That's holding it on, it looks like. Alright, so 5/16 inch seems to be the magic size here on this encoder motor. I'm just going to work that and try not to fray any wires here. Alright, there's the old one. Let's take a look at it. Alright, so you can see there's the new one, the 7-pin connector. The old one's got 7 pins. Another thing to keep in mind, and I did mention it, is that this one had instructions that said it needs to be in 4 high. So you want to put your vehicle in 4 high. If it can't shift it through the motor, you'll have to do it manually. So let's go ahead and compare. They should be in the same position here. And they are, okay? It's not recommended to move the motor. You're going to want to shift your transfer case, okay? Alright, let's go ahead and get the new one installed here. Okay, you can see I kind of cleaned up the mating surface here just so that there was a bunch of grease and debris on that, okay? So you want to clean that up just a little bit. I mean, it doesn't have to be super clean, but at least the parts that are going to mate up, okay? So now let's go ahead and plug in our new encoder motor, and this can only go one way. There are grooves here that fit in the grooves here, okay? Just like that. Okay, remember this was a 5/16 inch bolt here holding this one in. Yours may have clips, plastic clips on it. I'm not sure that this one actually did. Although the instructions say to remove the plastic tabs carefully, be sure not to break them. Mine doesn't appear to have that. Alright, let's put it in place, and then we'll replace our 10mm bolts here. Let me smooth the camera a little bit. Alright. There we go, just like that. Alright. Alright, and you should feel it seat in because there's a little notch in there that needs to seat. And again, this one needs to be in 4 high. Okay, I'm just going to finger tighten all these 10mm bolts. I may have said 13 a minute ago, but I meant 10. Alright, so you need to go over this exhaust pipe, over that cross member, and you can see that I've got the tape on there, just because you don't want to lose one of those caps again, you know, especially on the reinstallation. Let me go grab that and see if I can pull it onto the shaft real quick. Alright, I'm going to cut my tape off here. Just be careful not to lose any caps again. Okay, obviously if you can prevent that from happening, you want to do that. Okay. I'm just going to get everything finger tight here, get everything started. And then we'll tighten them down. That top one's kind of a bear to get to. Top one snug, and then I'll tighten them down all the way here. So hopefully this video has been helpful. I'm going to try it out here. As soon as I get these tightened down, we'll hop in. We'll see if we can transfer out of 4-wheel drive And now we're ready for the snow. Here in Maine, we've had a really mild winter. So I've been able to procrastinate on this, but I know we're going to get it. I'm supposed to get some freezing rain tonight. So if this has been helpful, you can hit that subscribe button right there for me. And give me that thumbs up. If you want to see more of this type of stuff, the subscribe button is the best way to do that, because you'll be notified. I do a lot of different kinds of videos: auto repair, home improvement, ATV, guitar stuff, you name it. I try to fix it myself, okay? So I'm going to tighten these down. I'm going to hop in. We're going to try it out. Stay tuned after we try it out, because I've got other videos on the four-wheel drive, the vacuum actuator, and all that type of stuff. So I'll link to those at the end of this video. So thanks for watching. All right, the moment of truth here. Can we get back to two-wheel drive? Sounds good. That's smooth. All right, let's try 4 low. I gotta go to neutral for it though. All right, back in action, ready for the winter. Hey, thanks for watching. Stay tuned if you have other issues. If you've got different four-wheel drive issues that are not related to your encoder motor, I've got those coming right up for you. Vacuum actuator. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more.